Hey guys, it's Glitchy Mango here. Basically made some changes to how we're doing the Heroes of the Storm format. Pretty much how I'm gonna do them is I'm gonna play matches off camera, and then the matches where I want to show off particular things, I'm gonna go into the replay and then we're gonna commentate over that. So basically this is going to save quite a bit of time for me, and definitely a lot of effort, as well as save my voice, because I'm recording like a bunch of episodes but I'm not able to use a lot of them because they aren't good episodes or they aren't really showing the game off that well. So this episode we're going to be showing off an aggressive Li build. Now, a lot of people don't like to build Li aggressively. I think this game I didn't initially intend to build her aggressively, it just ended up working out that way. I was going to go with the healing Li because they have a Morales and a lot of high damage characters, so I wanted to be able to keep my guys alive. So initially I was going to go healing, but then I ended up changing my mind, and that's perfectly okay with a lot of characters. There are some characters you really need to have a build and stick to. Li you can mess around with. We almost got Nazeebo there, that's unfortunate. But Thrall and Zul got a quick early kill, that's nice. Kael'thas left pretty quickly. I didn't actually realize he left during the game, because they don't tell you that when you're versing them, I don't think. Thrall missing his wolf. There's a lot going on here. We were able to catch Nazeebo up top. Very nice. There's a lot going on here, as you can see. This was a pretty chaotic, very aggressive game. So 50-second mark, always come down here if you're in the top spot, because you want to get this chest right away. Push your lanes if you can, and then get it, because as you can see here, we've pushed their lanes, we've killed their heroes. Now they have to try to push the lanes out, and we can take the chest for free. They can't really do anything about that, which is awesome. And if they try to contest, we'll kill them, because they would have taken damage from our minions. Then very next thing, we've transferred bot, we're covering Thrall, helping Zul. Hopefully we can catch that Morales out. There she goes, very nice. And we now have enough coins to safely hand in and just get those early shots off, which is great. That's exactly how you want to start this match if you can secure both those chests fully. We're definitely under some pressure on top. They're pushing us back quite a bit, but I think it's worth it in order to get such an early chest overall. Just tons and tons of damage. Very nice. Oh, that would have been amazing if the cannon could have caught Jaina out there. That would have been really cool. Wraithing Noob is a player I actually see playing a lot on Australian servers. He's alright. He lives up to his name, let's say it that way. But yeah, he gets angry a fair bit. He's a bit of a funny one. So I haven't actually taken my second ability yet. Looks like I'm still working it out. So the first ability is basically extra heal range. The second is healing ward. Again, initially I was going to go healer, but then I kind of changed my mind. Now we have Li Ming up top, farming the lane, soaking up the XP, going really well. We're out-leveling them really badly, really early. We're at level 6, they're still at level 3. As you can see, we're being super dominant here. Yeah, they're trying to make something happen, but they're not really getting anywhere. Zagera pushing top lane, not really using her spores that well. You want to try to use those to have good vision. She's not really doing that. I'm doing a good job of not necessarily pushing the lane out, but I am harassing her quite a bit and putting a lot of pressure. Here comes Thrall, caught her out. She's very low health, very easy to kill. Nice, picked up very easily. So even with Li, one thing that's great about her, even when you're solo laning, even though you're not too good at pushing lanes out, what you're really good at is sustain and sustain damage. One thing you really need to consider with Li as well is positioning. She is very much a hero where positioning is incredibly important, and you have to make sure that you have good positioning when you play as her. You want to get into the thick of things to get the most out of your blinding limbs and your various abilities, but at the same time, you don't want to get caught out and die, because you're not really that tanky, and you're very liable to get, you know, stun chained or chain stunned and just killed off like that. So we're not covering our bot. We really should be. Either Zul or Thrall should probably be down here covering our bot, or somebody should be. Yeah, she's an easy kill. We're rotating bot now to catch Zagera out, and we're doing the right things. Everyone's pinging, asking for help. So everyone's doing the right things, and we should be able to catch them pretty easy. Hopefully we can get the Jaina too. There goes Zagera. She sank very quickly, very easily. just trying to provide consistent damage on her, not really letting her do too much. Sylvanas drops in with the extra damage and she's gone. I think Sylvanas probably should have stayed here. We didn't really need her down there. But anyway, we can just take creeps and that'll be that. So that's pretty nice so far. I like to skip ahead, but it takes a bit for this game to buffer. I'm still going with my healer build at this point. But it's pretty much around this time that I've decided, like, you know what, we're being super dominant in this game. I think I'm going to change and I'm going to go for an offensive build, not a defensive one. And I'm going to take, you know, Water Dragon as my ult. And a lot of people are against taking Water Dragon as Lily's ult. Don't be. It's a really good ult. And I'd love to explain it. Basically, oh, Zul's going to get caught out here. He's going to be pretty much constantly slowed. Zagara really should be helping them to add damage. He's still getting away. We probably should have rotated to him, because we probably could have saved him if we gave up the creeps. So I'm not sure if that was a worthy trade on our part. That's unfortunate they couldn't get away, even though Zagara was ignoring him. So we can easily get top. Top's definitely something we're going to get, but bot's going to be a little bit trickier, because it's going to be 2v3. But anyway, the reason why Water Dragon is so good is there's two main reasons. Well, there's three. One, it softens up a target, which helps, you know, with ganks and things like that. And it really is an ability that's amazing if you're going to be ganking a lot or just locking down enemy targets. So one, softens them up. Two, 70% slow. That is a massive slow, and it's actually got a pretty good duration on it. A pretty good few seconds, which is a lot for such a big slow. Like, if you're slowed by 70% for like 3 seconds, odds are you're dead at the end of it. That's just how it works. And then the third thing about it is the cooldown. It's only on a 40-second cooldown. Here we go. So bang, got Nazeebo. He can't run anywhere. He's completely locked down. Kael'thas got way too aggressive. He should have been running out instead of trying to cast everything, so he got caught out as well. And as you can see, even though I've just used Water Dragons, bang, like 30 seconds and I'm able to use it again. It's on a really short cooldown. It's very, very reusable for an ultimate. So if you take Water Dragon, you should really be looking for aggressive sort of ganking opportunities all the time, and you want to be super, super aggressive. So I'm pretty sure we have a lot of coins here. I'm not sure if we have enough for another turn, and I think we might just, yeah. Yeah, we do have enough for another turn, and if Sylvanas and Li Ming want to come down and turn in. And me and Thrall are doing a pretty good job of just grabbing the various camps and things like that, which is definitely something you want to do in this map, because one, they're going to push the lanes for you, but also two, you're going to get those coins, and then, you know, you can fire them up and just really just put tons of pressure on the enemy team. This is probably, in my opinion, the second best map in the game for snowballing. There's the Water Dragon on Nazeebo, and he gets caught out almost immediately. Zagara gets caught out by Sylvanas, just melts straight away. And again, like you see, he's just not able to do anything. And one thing that I didn't initially realize when I looked at the enemy lineup, but I really do now, and I did when I took Water Dragon, is just the fact that they don't really have any quick burst like dash abilities, and that's a really big deal, because if you have like if you're slowed by a ton but then you have a quick dash ability, it doesn't necessarily matter. But if your getaway ability is, I have a 30% slow, so I'm going to kite you, well, if I have a 70% slow, that's not going to matter, is it? Or I have a 20% extra move speed, or whatever it is that Zagara has. Again, if she's slowed by 70%, that extra move speed ain't going to help her. And yeah, even though Kael'thas and Nazeebo can both have some fighting ability, most of their characters do, it's not going to be enough. Again, we catch out Nazeebo yet again. He should have been nowhere near here. That was super dangerous. Zagara was completely out of position. I don't even know. I think she's running top to maybe get some help from Kael'thas, but that was a bad decision considering he's almost dead himself. Li Ming is, you know, circling around to kill him off. It's actually worth saying that the enemy team on this particular game actually had a lot of level 40 and a lot of high level players. I was actually quite worried this game. We had a pretty good number of high level players too, but they had a lot of, like, I think almost their whole team was like level 30 and above, and I think they had about 3 level 40 players, so I was really worried going into this. But we were super, super dominant. Sometimes that experience doesn't matter. Here we're able to keep Zul alive, catch out Morals very easily. Jaina's in a bit of trouble here. She's able to get away, but Nazeebo goes down pretty fast. Looks like we're just going to let Jaina get away. We're not going to chase her down. We probably could have cut her off and killed her, but really, is it worth it? Thrall's coming for her. She needs to run. Like, she needs to get out of here. bang, she done. That was a really, really bad decision. If she was gonna push the lanes, what she should have done is immediately just use Blizzard and just got the fuck out. She should not have been sticking around. That was asking to be killed. Especially because they did not have vision of us. She didn't know what was coming. Here again, Sylvanas is doing a good job of putting constant pressure on this top lane. This is exactly what you want to do with Sylvanas. I see a lot of Sylvanas players playing her almost like an assassin or a team fighter. That is the incorrect way to play Sylvanas. You want to play her as a split pusher. That is her job. She's not the best. This player isn't the best at split pushing, and he's certainly not using his ult correctly. And this is actually a good ult. To anyone who says like you should take silence every game, you shouldn't. There are reasons to take this particular ult if you know how to use it, and I will explain that in another video. But it is a really good ult if you know how to use it. The thing is, like, 99% of players just don't know how to use it, which is fine. If you don't know how to use an ult, don't take it. It's just that a lot of players think that because, you know, they don't know how to use it, that it's useless. That's not true. This is a horrible decision. This is really bad. We actually have vision of them, so we saw them walk into here. I think Sylvanas is maybe expecting the gank, but now, you know, she's grabbing her creeps and she's thinking, like, oh, bang, Kael'thas is dead. What's going on? Oh, look, there's Zagara. Let's kill her. What is she doing? Why is she still going for the boss? Bang, she's dead. Yeah, it's hard to believe a lot of these guys are level 40, but they are just, yeah, they are rubbish. A lot of them are. This is not a strong team in any way. Thrall's doing a really good job of just doing good damage without risking himself too much or getting caught out. Realistically, they should have killed him there. Like, Janus should have slowed him. Nazebo should have got the zombie wall around him. Tons of damage. He should be dead, realistically. But they just didn't take advantage. And Thrall got out quickly. So there we go. We got our boss nice and quick. That was me, Sylvanas, and Zul. My ult's up as pretty much it will be most of the time. I think at this point I'm looking for... Oh no, I'm just going to grab some creeps and I'll probably look for a gank. We're putting tons of pressure on. It's... Yeah, like they've really called it. It's GG. The boss is coming in. We have enough to hand in. We can, you know, pretty much take bot if we want. This is only 11 minutes in too. This is a really short game. This is probably one of the most dominant games I've played where, well, it's not personally me being super dominant, but it's just everyone on the team doing exactly what they should be doing, and the enemy team just being a mess. And I think Wraithing Noob is probably a huge part of why the enemy team isn't working so well together, because he has a habit of putting his teammates on tilt. And basically, if you talk negative things about your teammates and, you know, you point out the shit they're doing wrong instead of the things you're doing right, you put them on tilt and they're focusing too much on the things they're doing wrong and they're not focusing on what they need to do, and they're playing more poorly. And I think that's the main thing that went wrong for the enemy team here. Like, if you look at this game, you would think that the enemy team is garbage, but a lot of them are decent players. The main problem is I think they were all on tilt and they just weren't playing to their ability. But that said, you know, that was a decent example of like how to use Water Dragon. This isn't a super aggressive Lily build. There are way more aggressive Lily builds you can build, which I have used in the past. This is one of my less aggressive ones, but it's more, I just took Water Dragon to be super aggressive and just get tons of kills, and it worked great. You know, we ended up going 25-2, so we really didn't need the extra healing at all. That probably wouldn't have helped us, but the extra kills, awesome. So this is a good example of how to use Water Dragon. Anytime you want to be aggressive, that's when you want to take Water Dragon. It is a really good ult. It's not a bad ult. There's a lot of ults in the game right now where people say they're bad ults when they're not. Water Dragon's just a matter of like knowing how to use it. You want to be super aggressive and you want to use it a lot consistently and often. And, you know, as you can see in games like this, it works great. We got tons of kills off it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're more open-minded about the different kinds of ults you can use, and even though a certain ult might not seem, or a certain build might not seem like the way to go, it can be. And also the idea of changing how you're intending to play your character mid-game, where, you know, initially I went super defensive as Lily, and then I went a bit more aggressive, and that worked great. And, you know, sometimes that is the right thing to do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.